Over the last couple of weeks, a few of you have sent me emails or posted comments asking about what's happening with our barn. We have a large 3-story bank barn here at our farm in northern Vermont. And late last year, I applied for a grant to fix up our barn. So here in the state of Vermont, we're very lucky in that we as a state really value the preservation of historical structures like our barn here. Because we value the preservation of those historical structures so much, the state actually has a pool of money and it offers matching grant funding each year for people who apply to it. Given that this barn is probably about 130 years old or so, and it's just got a good amount of history kind of running through its bones, yet at the same time it's in need of some significant work, I felt like it made a lot of sense for me to apply for the grant. So right now what we've done is we've applied for the barn grant, but we're still waiting to hear back. We were supposed to hear back at the end of February, early March, and so now that it's just the start of early March, I'm expecting to hear back at any minute. Come on, buddy. Release the Kraken! Seven eggs. So my plan with the barn is that I'm going to turn it into some sort of barn slash garage slash workshop. It's massive, it's got a ton of square footage, more than 12,000 square feet. And as I think about the farm and how I'm going to grow the farm, the barn plays an important role. It's an infrastructure investment. It's part of how I'm planning, for future of keeping animals and what types of animals I keep. If I want to get cattle someday, it's actually going to play an important role with that. So the barn is just really important to the overall farm plan. Look at that. It's such a nice day. Little barn cat decided to go climb the roof. On the prowl. Yellowneck right there, that drake who's cleaning himself in the tub, he might be my favorite duck. He's the one that I can actually go back to and look at footage from when they were little baby ducklings, and you can actually see what he looked like. he often was standing front and center, and he's got that little white stripe on his neck, which when he was a duckling, it was yellow. Oop. You looking for mice in here, Pablo? So when you look at it, right, it's a pretty epic barn. It's massive, which is what makes repairing it so expensive. You can see that some of the roofing is kind of going out right now, and it really just needs to be replaced, fix up the gutters. I'm gonna start cleaning up this mess over here. Those are gonna be the big things that I try to tackle this year. Beyond that, it's gonna be a couple years project. Like eventually I wanna put a big barn door there, maybe throw some windows in up top, like really actually make it an indoor building. There's just gonna be a fair amount of work involved with this barn. And I really am crossing my fingers on this barn grant that I get it. Everybody I've been talking to around the state and around our town has been saying, oh, you're a shoo-in. You know, you're doing a farm and you're fixing it up, and that barn is just so gosh darn historical. You're a shoo-in to get the grant money. And so I really hope that's the case, but I'm also trying to be careful and make sure I don't get my hopes up, which for me is always a definite risk. So I guess I'm just gonna have to wait until this letter from the state shows up in the mail. I got a letter. I'm pretty sure this is the letter about the barn grant. God, I'm really nervous about this. It comes from the State of Vermont Agency of Commerce and Community Development, Department of Housing and Community Development, and it's addressed to me. I'm pretty sure this is the barn grant letter telling me about my approval status. I'm really nervous to open it. All right, here goes nothing. Let's open it. How are you, sir? Not too bad. Yeah, making a little video. Yeah, doing actually one about our barn grant of all things.
Oh, good.
I think I just got the letter that tells me whether or not I got approval for the grant.
Good.
So, waiting to see.
You would. With a barn like that, I'm sure you would.
I sure hope so too, because yeah, I'm nervous.
Yeah.
See you. Thanks, Rusty. All right, let's do this. Dear Morgan Gold, the Division of Historic Preservation and Vermont Advisory Council on Historic Preservation reviewed the applications for the 2019 Preservation Barn Grant Program and regret to inform you that your project was not selected for funding. That is awful. 51 applications were submitted to the division requesting $674,000 in matching funds. The selection process is always very competitive, and your project was selected as an alternate. Should funding become available in 2019, the division may be able to offer you a grant. We thank you for submitting your application, blah, 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 blah. We will keep your name on your mailing list, blah, 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 blah. Sincerely, Laura Treichman, State Historic Preservation Officer. Oh, that's a bummer. I really wanted to replace the roof on the barn this year. Oh man. I was really hoping for this. Like everybody was saying I should be a shoo-in. And you know, given the nature and the condition and the type of barn that we have, I thought our odds were good. I gotta really rethink my barn plans now and what I'm gonna do. I guess there must have been some other great cases out there or something. How goes it, sir?
Hi, how are you?
Not too bad. Actually, just got some bummer news. Just found out I didn't get approved for my barn grant.
Oh no.
I know, right?
How is that possible? They don't know who you are.
Apparently not.
Oh,
I mean, so I'm listed as an alternate, so I guess that's. But yeah, so I guess I'm gonna have to figure out what I try to do this year because I was gonna try to replace the roof, but
how are you gonna save some money?
I sure am. Save those pennies. But how are you doing?
Good.
Yeah. Thanks, Barry. I mean, here, let me show you guys our barn grant application so you can see what we were talking about when we asked for this funding. Be sure to click on the link to continue watching.
Hey there, my name is Morgan Gold and I live in Peacham, Vermont, and this video is a portion of my application for a Vermont barn preservation grant. All right, wait. Maybe just a little bit of background is due for you guys who are watching this video who are not part of the selection committee for awarding barn preservation grants in the state of Vermont. In our great state